Hello and welcome. This is a practical guide to merit badge counseling using Internet Advancement and Scoutbook Plus. This training was developed by Troop 685 in Pflugerville, Texas, serving scouts across Central Texas. It's based on real experience, working with scouts, counselors, and advancement processes over many years. Our goal is simple: to help you understand exactly what your role is, how the system fits into that role, and how to keep the entire process simple and effective. Let's start with why this training exists. Across many units, we see the same challenges over and over again. Counselors get stuck trying to figure out the system before they even begin working with a scout. Scouts get delayed because they are waiting to be connected or approved in the system. And units sometimes overcomplicate what should be a very straightforward process. The result is frustration, delays, and confusion. But the reality is, merit badge counseling itself is simple. This training is designed to remove that friction and give you a clear, practical way to move forward with confidence. Here's what we're going to accomplish in this training. First, you'll clearly understand your role as a merit badge counselor within Internet Advancement and Scoutbook Plus. Second, you'll learn the simplest and most effective way to operate without getting bogged down in unnecessary steps. And third, you'll learn how to avoid the most common mistakes that slow down both counselors and scouts. By the end, you should feel confident moving forward without needing to rely heavily on the system. Your role as a merit badge counselor is intentionally simple. You work directly with the scout. You review their work and ensure that each requirement is completed as written. And once everything is complete, you approve the merit badge. That's it. It's important to understand what is not part of your role. You are not responsible for managing advancement records. You are not responsible for maintaining the troop's data. And you are not required to document every interaction in the system. Your focus should always be on the scout's learning, growth, and experience, not on navigating software. Let's walk through how you get connected with a scout. First, the scout receives approval from their unit leader to begin working on a merit badge. Next, a merit badge counselor is assigned within Internet Advancement or Scoutbook Plus. Once that assignment is made, you should appear connected to the scout in the system. You may receive a notification, or you may simply see them in your dashboard. Now, here's an important point. If you are not connected right away, that does not prevent you from starting. You can begin working with the scout immediately, as long as proper communication and youth protection guidelines are followed. The system connection can always be resolved later. When you do need to access the system, here's where you'll go. Log in to Internet Advancement or Scoutbook Plus. From there, go to your dashboard. Navigate to your assigned scouts. Then select the scout you are working with and open the merit badge. This is where you can view requirements, track progress if you choose, and ultimately mark the badge as complete. Think of this as your record-keeping location, not your workspace. This is the most important concept in this entire training. You do not have to track requirements in Internet Advancement or Scoutbook Plus. Let's break that down. Merit badge counseling happens between you and the scout. That includes discussions, demonstrations, and reviewing completed work. The system does not define that interaction. Instead, the system exists to record the outcome once the work is complete. If you remember nothing else from this training, remember this: counseling happens outside the system. The system records the result. There are two valid ways to use the system. The first approach is to track every requirement. As the scout completes each requirement, you check it off in the system. You may also add notes or comments. This approach works well if you prefer detailed tracking, or if your unit expects it. The second approach, and the one most commonly used, is to not track anything during the process. Instead, you work directly with the scout, just as counselors have done for many years. Then, when the scout has completed all requirements, you enter the system, mark the badge complete, and approve it. Both approaches are fully acceptable. There is no requirement to use one over the other. The key is to choose the method that allows you to focus on the scout while keeping things efficient. When the scout has completed all requirements, the process in the system is very straightforward. First, open the scout's profile. Next, open the merit badge you have been working on. Then, mark the badge as complete. And finally, approve it. That approval is what signals to the unit that the badge is finished. There are no additional steps required from you. Once you approve the badge, your role is essentially finished. From there, the unit takes over. The advancement chair or designated leader records the advancement in the system. The badge is finalized, and the scout receives official credit. It's important to understand that you are not responsible for issuing badges or managing records beyond your approval. Your responsibility ends when the work is complete and approved. Let's look at some of the most common mistakes. One of the biggest is waiting for the system before starting. Another is trying to track every requirement, even when it's not necessary. Some counselors see that they are not connected to a scout in the system and assume they cannot proceed. And perhaps the most common mistake is treating the system as if it is the process itself. These behaviors create delays and unnecessary complexity. The system is a tool, not a barrier. Here are a few best practices to follow. Start working with the scout as soon as you are connected, or even if the system connection is still pending. Keep communications simple and always follow 2-deep leadership and youth protection guidelines. Use Internet Advancement or Scoutbook Plus only when needed, rather than trying to document every step. And finally, complete the badge in the system once all requirements are finished. These practices keep the process efficient while maintaining a strong focus on the scout. Here is the key takeaway. Internet Advancement and Scoutbook Plus support the process. They are not the process. Merit Badge counseling is about mentorship, learning, and growth. That happens between you and the scout. Keep the process simple, focus on the experience, and the system will take care of the rest. Thank you for serving as a Merit Badge counselor. Your time, your knowledge, and your guidance have a lasting impact on scouts. If you have questions, please reach out to your unit leadership or advancement team. And thank you for helping deliver a strong and meaningful scouting experience.